sick.
All right,
Like,
so
legitly sick.
so apparently, like, there's 26 women that have came out with allegations against him, saying that he basically raped them all.
Yeah. Quaaludes would do that to you, though. But my thing is here. I don't know how big Bill Cosby was back then. I'm assuming he's that big.
He's the man.
Yeah, because every girl thought he had the plug to hook her up. Because Bill Cosby told me to take him. Or anybody.
But knowing the last time you were with him alone, you woke up, you didn't know what the hell happened. You had half a drink, you know?
I don't know, man.
So there's that. But the meeting with him the second time, right, maybe, let's say you don't believe anything happened to you. So you meet with him the second time. Right there, though, at the door, when you see he's saying you can't come in without these pills, without taking these pills.
It's red flag.
Exactly. Find someone else. Alright, so like I was saying, is... Where was I going with this? We were talking about the Quaaludes, right? Oh, yeah, there
resistance to sleep.
Yeah, but we're getting back to the rape, though.
Yeah.
If... I'm not saying that I would never get drugged, because, I mean, you can't control some shit sometimes, but I would definitely be on my watch out. But, like, in big crowds, you never know what's going to happen. But, like, I definitely would not put myself in a obvious situation where you can be drugged. You know?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's that too, you know, because obviously that's just, you know, to come back a second time is too much. But still, Bill Cosby in general was all types fucked up. Because they're saying, too, like, when he worked with Richard Pryor, like, Richard Pryor's wife said, like, yeah, like, that's how Bill Cosby was. Like, he was, like, really, like, on set, he was someone totally different.
Yeah.
And I think, like, people took that, and then that's all, the other thing, too, people are like, oh, like, why not? Why wouldn't you go to eat with Bill Cosby? You know, he's like a father figure, you know?
Yeah.
Not really. I don't know. I mean, if you ever saw, when I see the Bill Cosby show, he kind of seems like an asshole to me. Like, I would have wanted for it. And the thing was, he was a doctor, and he was the cheapest motherfucker, too. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But
no, that's funny. Hold on, I was just about to say something about that. Oh yeah, just about going back to like rape though. It's funny that like our president just puts in the most simple words, because like he commented on it and he was like, if you have to drug a woman or a man in that case, and he like kind of smirks. I'm like, wait, why are you smirking? But then he goes, and then you have sex with them, that is rape. And then the clip ended. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, dude, did they like define rape at your school?
No.
Like at my school, it's like a big thing. Like there's like a bunch of feminists there, and like they're big on all kinds of issues. And so like there's like conducts, and like they go over it with you when you first come to the school, like when you're a freshman. And at first it was like you have to have a sober, verbal, mutually understandable yes, like in order to have sex.
So
and
you guys
like,
have to exchange contracts and stuff?
For real, like it's got to be a sober, verbal yes. Now it's called mutually understandable, non-intoxicated yes. That's what they call it now. But like, if you're drunk and I'm not, and you say yes, it doesn't matter. Like you could get me in trouble. And if we're both drunk and one of us says yes, you could get me in trouble. Like we both have to be like sober for it to not be rape. Which is like, I get it. You know, I get it, because like who wants anything bad to happen? But when you're not at like a college or a school like that, like shit happens all the time, and like no one considers it rape. You know,
yeah. Even
if a girl wakes up and regrets it, she might remember it, or a guy, they might remember it and be like, shit, like I shouldn't have did that, or like wow, how did I do that? But like even if they remember it, you know. So like I guess in a way it could be considered rape, because they weren't in their right state of mind.
No, they weren't. And the thing too is like, even like guys just think girls can get raped, but there's been like a good amount of cases which guys got raped. And it's like, dang, like that's pretty critical.
It is. That's why it kind of sucks the way we attack like a subject like this, because like right away we jump to like women, yeah. Like even the president was like, if you drug a girl, but then he had to go like for a guy for that matter, you know. It's just like we should like automatically go at a subject like if you drug someone, you know.
Like, regardless, yeah. It shouldn't be, like, straight up, when we're thinking about, like, rape girls now, it should be, like, rape everybody.
Yeah, because it pops into my mind first, too, initially, like, a female, but it's really not. It's both. So, yeah, the next thing... This is what this is hilarious, but there was a incident in a Panera, like...
Oh, this shit's so fucked up.
recently, and, like, what happened? Did the girl get fired?
I guess, yeah, she was like, I'm gonna leave, like, I'm done with this, whatever, and then the boss was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, he was, like, talking shit to her, and he's like, you gonna leave? And he, like, ran at her, and he started swinging at her, and he knocked her out, knocked her to the ground, and he kept swinging at her.
Dude,
it was...
Yeah. If we could bring up that clip one day, that'd be, or, like, someone looked it up, that'd be great, because he cracked her. I wish my boss would try to swing off me one day. Like, I don't even care. That'd be the sweetest ass whooping giving I would ever want to do.
Yeah, dude. But it is fucked up, though, because, like, again, we're going to go with, like, the double standard thing, but, like, it's this, like, big-ass dude swinging off a female.
I just don't get, like, what'd you do?
Like, why? Like, because she quit. You guys had, like, a little argument? That's, like, no reason to hit anybody ever.
And it's... Let's really think about Panera and what they produce there, or just what they make. They make sandwiches
and they make like soup.
And soup. You don't need a lot of employees. You should just let her walk off.
Yeah,
like it's not that hard.
You're gonna rock her right in the mouth
in front of everybody.
I know. People were recording. Like there were so many people around watching.
I mean, that's one less person to pay. For real, I don't know why you're thinking about like. Why are you so bad about this?
Dude.
She must have made the best fucking cream of chicken rice.
He was pissed off. It was better than his.
I don't know, man. That's too much.
Alright, so kind of going way, away from that, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the crazy, like, badass movie trailers. These superhero movies that are coming out for next summer. They got released at Comic-Con and then they let a couple official ones out, but like Batman vs Superman, I didn't think they would ever pull that off in a movie because well, like how do you do that, In a comic book I get it, or like a cartoon, because after all Batman doesn't have superpowers. He just has super mass amounts of money. And then Superman is Superman.
He's an alien.
But they're pulling it off, and it looks sick. They got Batman in this, like, giant, like, machine, like, costume.
It does look, yeah. It looks crazy,
it's
man.
Yeah. And the trailer, actually, it kind of looks all over the place. And it's weird, because, like, even though they're in the DC universe, they're, like, still in Superman's world and Batman's world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to be sick to, like, watch it, like, all mesh together.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that one. It's going to be something. Like, it's crazy.
And, like,
that movie's going to come out.
I know, right? It's stuff that we kind of like imagined when we were younger, and now it's actually happening. It's like how Marvel has been pulling like all the Avengers together, mixed with like Iron Man movies, mixed with like Captain America, and they're like pulling them all together. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be so sick to see that happen too with the DC universe.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's crazy, and I feel like they get like the best stuff. Like those movies are good.
I know, they're so
like
good.
They're not bad ones, Like I don't know if it's the storyline or whatever, the producing, the directing, the special effects, but they're always good.
Yeah,
there's not one bad.
The acting is pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
There's a great dose of comedy, a great dose of action, and then like drama and like love stories, like whatever's just going on. But like there's like a good dose of everything in those movies, and like going off what you're saying is just. The angles that they could take with each story, it's ridiculous. Like, this Batman, Superman goes completely away from the story of the Batman Begins, Batman Dark Knight, Batman Dark Knight Rises. Like, they could take anything and just, like, make it completely new. Because there's, like, so many different stories, especially in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, of what goes on, Same thing with, like, X-Men. Same thing with Iron Man. All that shit. It's crazy.
Very true. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a great movie to watch. And then, what's the other one coming out too? Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, and that's gonna be sick. I mean, and we'll touch on this on Sunday, but like, I'm excited just to have another movie with the Joker, because his the concept of the Joker is just awesome.
Yeah, like it. one, it's just a great character. You know, it's like the Joker, boom, and people already know like it could go either way. And I think we're gonna touch on that night or Sunday, and just like how it has evolved throughout the years. The Joker in general, but no, it's like every other whatchamacallit,
Marvel movie.
No,
what are you saying?
All the people that are not, I don't want to say the bad guys, but yeah, the bad guys. Everybody's in it, right?
Yeah, all the enemies, basically.
I felt like I was 6 years old, but yeah.
Mikey said this, I'm not sure, but he was saying, like, the plot is supposed to be like the Suicide Squad. They get all these bad guys together because they need help to stop the Joker. Because, well, the Joker ain't gonna... He's crazy. He wouldn't help anybody. He's gonna do whatever he wants, you know? Yeah. That's why he's so awesome, because, especially with today's, like, technology and, like, ability to make crazy-ass movies, like, you're gonna be on the edge of your seat, like, watching this crazy shit he's gonna do.
Definitely. And then, you know, my boy Will Smith's in it.
Will Smith.
That's a really good one.
Dude, he could be in any movie, honestly.
Dude, let's just think about how powerful the Joker is. Like, it's just off the top of my head. You know, like, Batman wants to kill him. Or not kill him, but, you know, he wants to beat him or whatever.
Yeah.
And now they're going to have, like, a whole bunch of the enemies who are supposed to be on his side. Or at least, you know, do the same thing.
Like, all want to kill Batman.
Yeah. Now they're after the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how powerful the Joker is.
Well, yeah, dude, because even bad guys have rules.
Yeah.
But the Joker has no rules.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, he has one rule, and that's there are no rules, right?
Yeah.
That's from Dark Knight Dark Knight. But I don't know, it's insane. Like, I love it. It's scary as hell if somebody was like that, was like in real life.
Yeah.
That'd be scary as hell. But I love it. Just like I love movies in general, because especially superhero movies, because they're fake, but they have this realistic aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Avengers 2 that just came out, like, it's fake, right? It's not real. People can't fly. That Iron Man suit isn't real yet, at least. Thor is a god. Like, Captain America's a superhuman.
Yeah.
All this shit, but the way they have it in the movie and all these effects, it looks like it could most certainly be real. So it's like you escape reality for 2 hours.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's... How do they make it that way in which they grasp, like, everybody's attention? Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like every other movie, you know? Like, you could always know your money is getting worth there, like, going to the show and just watching these movies.
Even when they change, like, characters, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Andrew Garfield, I thought he was a good Spider-Man, but, like, now they're getting a new Spider-Man.
Yeah, I heard about this.
You know? Like, there's the Ben Affleck's the new Batman. Like,
I don't think he's going to be bad. I think he's going to be solid.
Exactly.
It's Ben Affleck.
And, like, of course, there's always going to be things about people complaining. Like, I'm sure people complain about the new Joker, the new Batman. But I'm sure there's a bunch of people also saying it's going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. I don't give a shit because I know they're going to make a good movie.
Yeah. So it's can't wait 2016 to watch these bad boys.
Oh my god, dude. It's going to be... that's what I look forward to movies, honestly. Like, good-ass movies.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get you so pumped. Like, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and when those movies were coming out, I would be so hyped all the time. I mean, I wouldn't be, like, dressed up at midnight, but I would go to the midnight shows and you'd see people dressed like Snape and Ron Weasley and shit, Dumbledore.
That's true. They were,
and it was awesome. But, like, I don't know, dude.
Can't wait to watch these, basically, man.
All right, the last thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is like consuming versus producing. This is like, you know, way off of what we were just talking about, but like, I think most people, like, on an everyday basis, when they think about their idea of having fun, unless you're like a little kid who's just like wants to go play at the park, you know?
Yeah.
When they think about having fun, they think they need to consume to have fun. Like, I need to go shopping. I need to go to an amusement park.
I need to go to the bar.
Yeah. I need to buy this. I need to buy that. Like, this is how I'm going to have fun. I'm going to buy this video game, you know?
Yeah.
But then there's other people who have crazy amounts of fun, just as much fun producing something, you know? Like, there's the kid who makes an app. and he loves making apps. So he makes this awesome game, and he's obsessed with it, and he's making tons of money off of it, while the other people who are trying to have fun are paying for it, you know, spending their money. So, like, I just want to throw the idea out there that producing, and I sent this in a tweet the other day, you know, on the podcast, like, producing can be just as fun as consuming, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, figure out what it is you're passionate about, you know, find what you love, and, like, do it. Like, do that shit, and see what happens. You can make money off of it, but the first thing you should go for is, you know, doing something you really like. Because you don't always have to spend money to have fun.
Definitely.
You know, and that goes off a thing like where people say, you know, money can't buy happiness. Like, I'm sure it could for some, like a lot of people.
To an extent, I'm sure money can buy happiness.
Exactly. But let's say you had all the money in the world and you're not happy. Like, at some point, you got to be doing what you like to do.
I just think, like, people are like, oh, happiness is the greatest thing. But, yeah, that's just one aspect, you know. You can only, I could be happy with nothing or with something, you know. I don't need, you know, like, you know, money wasn't always disposable to me, so it's not going to be like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the greatest thing. But it's also having that thing, you know, like having your niche, like having something that you're going to work at, something competitive. That's what I think really gets people going. Not so much, like, you win the lottery, you get, you know, whatever, $1 million. It's sweet.
But then what do you do, right?
Yeah, you know, your friends are still working, and you're going to take them out all the time, but then it's just going to be like, all right, that's going to wear down soon enough, and then what? Like, what are you going to do? Just have all this money and just be chilling? Like, no, you're going to find stuff to invest in, you're going to try to do different things, cool things with it, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what a lot of people just are like, oh, like, I want to win this money just so I can do this. Like you said, you know, just buy stuff, but it's just like...
It's always going to boil down to, what do I do next, right?
Yeah.
You're going to run out of shit to buy, you know, as crazy as that sounds, because there's so many things in the world, but, like, it comes to a point where it's like, what do you actually need or want, you know? So, that's why it's like, find something that is like, when you go to bed, you can't sleep because you just want to be doing it. And then when you do fall asleep, you can't wait to wake up because you want to do that, and like you're dreaming about it, you know?
And I think that's one of the hardest things to find, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to find that true passion for something. Like, I'm not saying happiness is easy to find, but that's going to come with it, you know? Just once you achieve something or once you're working for something, you're happy for it. You're like, you know what? And it also takes your mind off other bullshit, you know? And I see people on Twitter tweeting stuff like, oh, talking about girlfriends, boyfriends, blah, 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 blah. But it's just like, all right, dude, like, yeah, we get it. For the 752,000 tweet you said about this girl, or like, oh, relationships, whatever. If you actually sat down and did some other shit, you would not think about this, I promise you. Mm-hmm. You'd be worried about doing other things.
Yeah, and at the same rate, when people tweet, like, I'm bored.
Get a job.
Like, why are you bored? Because, like, the whole world is, like, right there for you, but you chose to be in a bedroom on Twitter, like, saying that you're bored. Because nobody gives a shit. Like, get up and...
Nobody does.
Yeah, get up and do something. Unless you're that one kid that for some reason will say I'm bored and will get, like, 100 retweets.
It's far and few, but...
But, like, for some reason, right, I feel like there's random people on the internet like that.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And it's just, like, we're in such a big-ass city of Chicago. Like, there's so much to do, and people don't even realize that, like, even the simplest thing of just, like... if you're bored during the day, you should probably get a job. Let's be honest. You know, if it's like fucking 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Or at least go people watch downtown because they're so interesting.
Yeah.
There's
do
so
something,
many
you know?
things going on.
Like, fucking read a newspaper? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do something that's gonna help you. I don't know. Just something different.
Yeah. Switch it up.
Yeah.
You know? Get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. If you're gonna, you know, stay out of this fucking whatever, so many block radius we live in, and just get out and do something.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people get stuck on that. So
like doing the same shit, right?
Yeah.
Because we're creatures of habit.
Because they're so used to it and they're scared of doing different things. And what are we doing here on time?
We're good.
And just like honestly, I think people are kind of like scared to fail on some things. You know,
Yeah, I know.
go out and actually do shit, and like you're gonna fail regardless. Fucking just do it. If you do it and you know you're doing the best you can, you fail. Fuck it, happens.
Yep.
It's gonna happen all the time. Most successful people have failed tons. So, I'm not saying you're gonna be like, fuck whatever, but at the same time,
But the
just
point is,
take a chance.
Yeah, like you got nothing to lose, just go do it.
Yeah.
But all right, tune in for Sunday because we're gonna talk a little bit about Heath Ledger and Jared Leto, the two different Jokers. See why you should compare them, why you shouldn't,
Yes.
and we're gonna talk a little bit about Uber
Yeah.
and how awesome that company is, and how awesome it might not be.
Yep.
And then we'll hit you with some other shit too. So
All right.
comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. Like us, don't like us. We're just here to talk.
Yeah. I appreciate the